Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Wolf here. Thought I'd try something a little different today. For now, I've just got a whole period with no real adventures going on, so I thought it'd be a little bit different here and start some cold weather hikes, I guess you can call them local hikes. So explore some of the areas there that I have nearby that I could just drive up to and visit for a while, and then come back home again. Today I'm just starting off with a place that I know very well. I'm up at Whip Hill Park, right here in my hometown, Stoneham, Massachusetts, which connects up into the Middlesex Fells State Reservation, so we're heading up into that area. Kind of cold today. It's temperatures like just above freezing, so it should be interesting. That we'll give you a little tour of Whip Hill and some of the Middlesex Fells today. Yeah, unfortunately, we're still in the middle of a pandemic here, the COVID-19 virus. And in Massachusetts, they actually have a new state mandate that whenever you're out in public space, no matter where it is, even if you're out in the woods, you're in a public space now, you got to wear a mask. So that's what I'm doing. So this is basically how I'm going to be going off my hike. The good news is this mask will actually help keep my face warm while I'm out here in this rather cold weather here, so it's not all bad. And there's the old wolf in here. Whip Hill Park here. And this is the entranceway up into the park. Now over here, Vernal Pond. This is Vernal Pond here. Usually a good place for some wildlife, but we've had such dry conditions there. It's kind of low. As you can see, it's actually usually right up to these stepping stones here. You're actually stepping right over the water here, but right now it's pretty well dried up, so not much to see here, unfortunately. And what little bit in there is a good layer of ice on it too, so obviously got mighty cold overnight. There's another thing you'll encounter out here in these woods here is these old stone walls, or the remains of them. They're all over the place here, so crisscross through the woods a lot here in these areas here. Dating back to when all this area was all old farmland and stuff. And believe it or not, this is a trail. Sometimes hard to tell with all the leaves and stuff like that that has fallen here, but there's definitely a trail here. And up the backside of the Whip Hill Park here. Not a very big park, but it connects right into the Middlesex Fells State Reservation, as I said before, so certainly plenty to access from here. So, yeah, we got little trails like this all over the place here. It's a good place to get out, stretch your legs, get outside, get some fresh air. Especially if you've been cooped up in the house all day. So, yeah, now the trail's becoming more visible as you get over here. Wind is blowing the leaves off this area. And as you come onto the end of this trail here that's out in the Whip Hill here, you get up to this little boundary marker here. See? State forest boundary. This is actually the Middlesex Fells right here. Now this trail here leads right back up to the back side of the house over here. Again, sad that there's graffiti all over it now, but I always got a kick out of this sign here. Caution, rust zone ahead. So we're going to head off into this trail and see where this takes us. Not a whole lot to see here. Just a trail with lots of woods in it. Yes, I had to take my sunglasses off. The mask was just fogging them up too much. I have to figure a way around that so I can wear the sunglasses while hiking because the sun's kind of bright. Luckily there's lots of trees blocking it, so it's not a big deal. But anyway, I'm not sure if this trail actually goes anyplace or if it's just going to bring me up to another access point for houses, but we'll see. Seems this to be a dried up stream here. I'm sure in the springtime though this is flowing quite nicely. I'll have to remember to come back here if we get some snow here and it starts melting and stuff there. I'm going to have to make a return visit to this place. Also seems to be a well-hiked spot right here. Be curious to see where that takes me. I'm still following this little side trail. Still have no idea where it's taking me. Well, that's what these hikes are going to be about though. Following trails I've never followed before. Going places I've never been. While staying to some of these local places. This little side trail seems to just connects into another bigger trail here. Okay. You know where I am. Large rock structure called, interestingly enough, Wet Rock. Sign up there says. It's unfortunately another graffiti target. But another interesting natural formation around here. I think I'm actually going to go back to where I came from because I want to continue exploring up through that area now. So back I go. And over here we got a nice little pine forest. Lots of new growth on the ground here. Lots of old growth up in the sky. Nice little area. And up here, kind of an interesting setup here. This is not an official trail out in the fells here. You won't find this one on any of the maps or anything. So I suspect it doesn't also receive any of the work to maintain it or other things that other trails get. I bet this spot gets muddy during wetter times. And somebody took it upon themselves to make their own bridge here to get across without getting so muddy here, because it's just a bunch of sticks down here across the walkway. So I bet that's what that is. Somebody's homemade bridge so they can get across there without getting their feet muddy. But who knows? I certainly didn't put it there, so it was an interesting find anyway. And we're coming back out to where I started exploring this little trail here, so back up to that dry riverbed here. Well, dry riverbed, yeah. Dry stream bed. Oh boy. Alright. Time to go onward. And down here is Crystal Spring, which is sadly no longer functional, which is too bad. People used to come down here and fill bottles up and stuff. And then they capped it off, which is a shame. But here it is, Crystal Spring. I guess at one point in time here, this whole portion here was open, and you could bring your water bottles along here and fill them up at it. For whatever reason, they decided they didn't want people doing that anymore. Alright, this is the way back out from the Crystal Springs area. Ready to start working my way back to the Wolfeneer now, back to Whip Hill Park. And, this paved road here just goes down to the Lynn Fells Parkway, down to a little parking lot down there. Again, people who used to park in that parking lot come up the paved road and get up to Crystal Springs and get some water. Anyway, we're going to follow Crystal Springs Trail for a bit now. Nice little small wooded trail. Lots of good climbs too and things like that, so it's a fun trail to hike. Gotta be careful where I walk here, so I won't be filming too much of my walk here. Lots of places for me to trip, so camera down for a bit and do some hiking now. We've come back around to an area I've already been through here. This is back up to Split Rock. And Whip Hill is right up this way. Right, coming back up on the rust zone sign. Caution, rust zone ahead. That trail just leads down to some houses and stuff down that way, so nothing exciting down there, but this is the other trail I was talking about. It leads up to the house, so kind of a neat little trail here. Small winding trail through the woods. Kind of a fun one to do. Kind of neat looking, especially in the warmer months when everything's green and lush. Got a quick view of the house here. This little trail here. Yeah, this leads up to the upper parking lot. And there's the house. So, I don't know about this year, the year of the 2020 COVID pandemic, but oftentimes in December they have an event here closer to Christmas there. People can come up and meet Santa. I guess they decorate it up, have an event there, and invite people up there to have like a little Christmas party type of thing. A neat old house though. We got the Whip Hill Park Conservation Center here. And Guessing this area here used to be some gardens and things like that over here. Really interesting place at some point in time. Now, we'll walk in the road here. That's the route I came up from originally here. That's the borderline to the Middlesex Fells. And this interesting little trail here is that narrow winding trail here through the other side of the Whip Hill Park. That's where we're going to go through this time. Since this trail can be a little bit difficult to spot with all the leaves on it. Pretty narrow winding trail. But as long as you're careful, keep an eye out for the yellow dots on the trees and everything, you can usually find your way through it. And if you get lost, it's easy enough to find your way out again too. Well, it looks like I can come out to the end of the trail system here. Back to the road again. To my truck. And start working my way back home again. Considering I'm only about a mile from home, it's not a big deal. Well, back to the Wolfania. End of the hike. Ended up hiking 2.6 miles today. And, well, it was a good little hike. It wasn't a huge hike. Anything like that. It's just too cold to do too much. Let's see, what is it now? About, according to the to my SUV here, it's 32 degrees outside, so it's chilly. So this is just the first of this new hiking series I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing more of these. Let's see. Probably try to get out once a week there for a hike there in various places. Maybe doing quite a bit more in the Middlesex Fells. There's a lot to see here. I also plan on exploring Breakheart Reservation and what's the other one? Harold Park State Forest. Probably go up a little bit further north there and hit Plum Island there to see if we can find any snowy owls. And to Ipswich River Wildlife Sanctuary too. That's a fun little place. It's Audubon Society there. The place is fun there because the chickadees will come down and eat seeds right out of your hands there. So we'll head over there too and do some chickadee feeding. So we should have some fun adventures coming up here, even if we can't go on any camping trips right now. So I think we'll say goodbye to everybody at this point, and we'll get on with the next hiking adventure after that. Back to some more snowmobile work and that sort of stuff. But if you're enjoying the videos there, then please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your comments there. See if you have any suggestions on how I can make improvements, or have any questions or anything like that. I'm happy to answer them. If you're enjoying the stuff as well, subscribe, give me a like. Let me know you're enjoying these videos, and we'll continue from there. All right, talk to everybody later.